Untold Tales of I Hate Fairyland, or if you want to call it by its actual name, the unbelievable, unfortunately, mostly unreadable, and nearly unpublishable Untold Stories of I Hate Fairyland. This is issue number 1 from Image Comics, and it's exactly what you think it sounds like. It's basically an anthology spin-off series of I Hate Fairyland, and it's just like little moments that happened while Gertrude was in Fairyland, but not covered by the main run. And in this one, we get 2 stories. I'll probably just cover the first one. So the first one is Bruud the Brutal. It is written by SKOTTIE YOUNG, who is the creator of I Hate Fairyland, but the art's actually not done by him. The art's done by CONLEY, and I actually really enjoy the art for this. It has a very, it reminds me very much of Ren and Stimpy. So the story is basically about Bruud the Brutal, and he's just this giant He-Man on steroids. And I mean, He-Man's already basically on steroids. I mean, you pretty much have to be to get a body like He-Man. So just picture He-Man, and then just picture him taking even more steroids. And that's Bruud the Brutal. And yeah, we have Gertrude, our awesome main character, and she basically falls in love. It looks like she's falling in love with Bruud, but actually no, she's falling in love with his giant axe. And this is actually an axe that she uses a lot in the main run, so I guess this is kind of the story of how she got the axe. And we basically just had this really weird moment where Gertrude is kind of pissed off because Bruud calls her a wench. And he's like, you know, a wench means a woman or a young girl. But her little fly buddy also says it could also mean a prostitute. And Gertrude's like, well, I don't know which one he's calling me. But he doesn't have room to talk because, I mean, just look at his disturbing baby bottle nipples. And then we get just a close-up shot of his nipples. And yeah, this is very much reminding me of like Ren and Stimpy, the Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, which was an awesome, awesome TV series that sadly got canceled way before it should have. But yeah, he basically swings his axe at her, and she gets into a fight with him. And one of the first things she does is she rips off her bow, ties it around his nipple, and yanks it, and just basically drags it through Ice Cream Town, and lets it go until it snaps back to Bruud. And we just get a fight scene between the two of them, which ends with Gertrude just easily getting the axe and lopping off his head. And now she has a brand new weapon. And we just also kind of get this really dark humor moment where she takes the head, the decapitated head of Bruud, and she starts manipulating it like a puppet to make it look like he's talking. And yeah, that's basically our main character there. For anyone who's not familiar with I Hate Fairyland, I've done multiple videos on the series, but Gertrude is disturbing in an amazing way. I love her. She's awesome. I really enjoy this this franchise. I mean, that was really quick, but this is a really quick read. It's just a lot of actions in that first one. The second story, I won't go too much into it, but the second story is basically about, it's kind of like the Three Little Pigs. So I Hate Fairyland takes place in Fairyland, which is basically think Candyland, think Imagination Land. It's just whimsical and beautiful. And then it just gets really disturbing because Gertrude goes around and starts murdering everybody. Because her story is basically that she was in Fairyland as a kid. Like she got kidnapped and taken to Fairyland. And 30 years have passed. So she's an adult, but she's still stuck in her child body. Because people don't age there, like physically. And so she just kind of had like a psychotic breakdown. Because she's been trapped in this overly cutesy world that she's like been trying to get back home, but she just hasn't been able to. So she's kind of lost her mind. And so yeah, and the second story is pretty much the Three Little Pigs, and one of them kind of gives Gertrude a funny look, which pisses her off because she's like, well, everyone in this world is already like weird looking. So if you're giving me a funny look, that must mean that I'm even more weirder than everyone else that's around here. So yeah, she basically goes and tries to murder the Three Little Pigs. And the Three Little Pigs are like trying to hide out in their apartment, not let her in. It's basically the Three Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf story, only with Gertrude playing as the Big Bad Wolf. And yeah, shenanigans happen. And this one was also illustrated by a different person. Actually, the story and the art was done by different persons. DEAN RANKINE. I did enjoy the artwork for that one. I'm not gonna like go too much into it. The artwork very much reminds me of like Rick and Morty meets Adventure Time. So yeah, I really enjoyed the artwork for these two. I like that they're like kind of doing something different. I mean, you could have just had SKOTTIE YOUNG illustrated, I guess, but I like just the. It's still like childish style artwork, but like I said, the first one is basically Ren and Stimpy meets Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack. And if you haven't seen any of those two, they're technically kids shows, but not really. And yeah, the other one, like I said, it just gives me like an Adventure Time meets Rick and Morty kind of look. This was a good issue. I liked it. It's just, you don't have to read it if you don't want to. Like, even if you enjoy I Hate Fairyland, reading this isn't going to like give you any kind of knowledge that you need to read the main run. This is just more of, hey, do you like I Hate Fairyland? Do you want some kind of like supplements series to kind of go along with it? Just like a little like spin-off of here's some other adventures that Gertrude went on, but wasn't important enough to go into the main story. Well, here you go. Here's some like, you know, little side stories for you. And they were fun. They were funny. They were interesting, entertaining. I liked it. Thumbs up, recommend, all that cool jazz. So yeah, there you go. There's the Untold Stories of I Hate Fairyland. Go check it out. I really enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the Fairyland franchise, I highly recommend it. And if you're just looking for something kind of like interesting and fun to read, it was good. Like this was a comic that was trying to do humor, and it actually worked with me. Like I wasn't like, you know, laughing out loud, but then again, I'm not one of those people that tends to laugh out loud unless something like is just really ball-bustingly funny. But it was good. I liked it. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Take care. Later. So what'd you guys think of that video? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell for a notification, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.